Thank you very much, Mr. George. It's a great opportunity that you decided to give unto me to just share a few of the challenges that you are getting just due to the protocols that should be observed. His Excellency, the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of Kenya, the President of Kenya, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, Deputy Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Mr. William Samoei Ruto, other government senior officials. My name is Edwin Kimathi Muiritie. So today I just came to share of such challenges that we are getting, we as Kenyans and mostly as learners. There is one thing that has just been pressing so much of the week, something touching over the increment of the fees of the student in university. So it is one of the things that I have come to talk about. But before that, I wish to make a challenge briefly concerning some of the changes that are taking place in Kenya. Our government has been so much concerned in creating opportunities via the so we are calling BBI, and I wish or I'm aware that whoever will get such opportunities must always get a salary. The government is not able to raise the normal fees for the students. However, our government is able to salary and to get a pay for these people that will get into such opportunities and positions. I think such a trade is not a serious trade. So one thing that I know is that many, after increment of the fees, will stop their studies just because something should be in our minds that even the so-called 16,000, it's just a very small percentage of Kenyans that are able to raise such. That's why you'll come to realize that most of the students yet and still have bigger balances of fees in their portals, and the school still owes them. It becomes a serious matter now when you are told that. And when you come to the grounds, you'll just notice that the fees that are paid is not only the 16,000. Some universities are paying up to 40,000. So multiply such in 3 as the government proposes, and now bring it into your conscious mathematically, only to realize that it is a big amount of money. What I'm sure of is that students will stop studies. That's why I wish to say that, and I wish to tell everybody who's just listening to this, the government and these officials are very much busy and serious creating robbers, thieves, burglars, rapers, and other crime doers in the nation. Because once they stop their studies, where are they going to work? These people, where are they going to work? Some of them are intellectuals. Where are they going to work? They'll have to come up with methods of getting money, because they'll always require money in their daily lives. But then, before I go to the deep of the matters, I have one pressing thing. My dear brothers and sisters, fellow citizens of Kenya, I wish to ask the government. From the Jack Ma's Foundation, we had about or more than 50,000 masks which had been given with the name learners before the schools had came back into the study. Where are those masks? Number 2, money borrowed with the name education. Where is that money? Why doesn't it cater for the fees? Such a trade, it's unimaginable. And I wish, and I really wonder, from whose wombs are these people that are making such proposals of his increment been born? From which wombs? From which really? From which? They are less to consider the future generation, especially we as the youth. They don't consider our future. They don't at all. They are just concerned with their present. They don't consider who is the next president, who is the next leader. They are paralyzing and killing our generation, therefore killing our future and killing our future Kenya. Therefore, we ought not to allow. We shall not allow. We will not allow at all. Before the increment of the fees, let them show us the 50,000 masks given from the Jack Ma's Foundation. Let them show us the money borrowed with the name education. And I wonder now, this is Jack Ma. In Kenya still we have some rich people. Why don't they come out with such proposals that just give such money and such donations to just raise us? It is not a fair game, and we shall not allow. Now, let me assume that it comes it comes a true matter that the fees increment. I want to ask the government now, how many opportunities of jobs have they created to the youth? How many opportunities has the government created for the parents who will be paying such fees? And where are those opportunities? Go in different towns and cities in Kenya. You will realize that there are very many street children there. Some are older, others are younger. Just because their parents couldn't cater for them. Why don't the government cater for such children? Instead of creating such BBI positions, why don't that salary come up with institutions to cater for such children? The elder ones, why aren't they given different job opportunities? Yes, I wonder. We have parents, others are just and there in the villages doing the small task, performing some funny jobs in order to cater for such fees. This Kenya, I think such trade is not a good trade. And I wish to also ask, and before that, what I know and one pressing thing is that a bigger percentage of youths is back there in the villages. Others are lost into the drugs. Others have been engaged into early marriages. Others are there in have just gotten early pregnancies and other crimes just because of poverty. Kenya, it's not a good trade such. But then, there is one funny thing that I know about God. However, I didn't come to preach here. Sometimes when He's about to destroy a country, He makes its leaders or a leader seem so impervious to reason. However, I don't say that our leaders are not becoming reasonable. However, we have to think. Thank you.